Hello everyone, welcome to Mon Spirituality. It's an honor for me to do a reading for you today. So, in today's reading, with only 3 cards, I will explain what are people's first impression about you. There are 3 piles over here. This is the first pile, the yellow cup, the second pile, the green cup, and the third pile, the blue cup. So please take a moment, meditate on the cards, and use your intuition to choose the pile. You could also pause the video to meditate on them. And when you're ready, we'll begin with the first pile, the yellow cup. Welcome, pile 1, all those who've chosen the yellow cup. It's an honor for me to do a reading for you today. So today, in only 3 cards, I'll be explaining what are people's first impression about you. Before starting pile 1, if any of you are interested in a personal reading or if you'd like to learn tarot course, you could email me. My email address is mentioned in the description below. And if you enjoyed the video at the end, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Okay, so pile 1, what are people's first impression about you? Okay. So we have your image number 46, image number 6, and image number 48. Okay, I'll just tune into the energy here. So pile 1. People feel initially that you're a very mysterious person. That's how you come across. It is like this puzzle over here, right? They're not able to figure out who you really are at the beginning. And with this as well, kind of feels like you wear a mask. You do come across to someone who's very sharp, very intelligent, but also very, very mysterious in your own ways. And I feel here that, all of you have a very beautiful face who are watching this, and also very well dressed. So your beauty naturally comes out, especially your face. It's like once people see you, they don't forget you. They'll always remember you. You might have had a lot of experience where people have come up to you saying that, I've seen you before or we've met before. You might not remember them, but they definitely remember you because they capture your face in their mind. Even if they're not a very visual person, that's what they do. Now, your hair, pile 1, that's really standing out as well. That's looking really beautiful in this. The way you dress up as well. You've got a very different style, pile 1. It's not a very, it looks here like you don't follow the trends. You wear things that make you comfortable. You wear clothes that speaks to you, that speaks about you. So here as well, I'm getting, it's like you have your own style, which is very original and different to what other people have. So I don't feel that you come across as a person who, sees what's in trend and will just wear clothes because they're in demand. No, you will wear clothes to what probably suits your mood at that day as well. So whatever makes you feel gets reflected out there in your exterior clothes. We have a cat here as well, which definitely shows your intuitive side, and that's where coming across as well, very, very mysterious and somehow very spiritual. We have this, purple everywhere here. If you notice, there is purple around you that speaks about spirituality. So people get a feeling that, you come across as a very good soul. You come across as someone who's a very pure soul. There's nothing malicious about you, absolutely not. You don't come across as cunning at all. So you're coming across as someone who's a very good-natured, very kind-natured person here. And this is something that is very rare to find as well in people. I must say, though, again and again, that your beauty, pile 1, is really standing out, especially your face here. It just has a glow in it. And there is something about your eyes. Now, it is possible that some of you also wear glasses, okay? If that is the case, then I feel like, when you take off your glasses and people look into your eyes, they get mesmerized because behind those glasses, they just didn't realize that you had such beautiful eyes out there. they also see you as someone who is a minimalistic. Okay, so you don't wear too much. So if you're wearing a pendant as well, it could be very simple. You could be having a nice ring, but you're not overdoing it. So, you're probably not someone who has like 4 or 5 earrings or so many bangles, many, many rings. It's not that. So I'm seeing you as someone, you're very, very minimalistic, very, very basic, and very beautiful. Okay, again, it's very nurturing here. And there is this feeling out there that people get from you that is very calm and very soothing. Here as well, it's kind of like you're at peace wherever you are. And because you come across as someone being at peace, that's the vibration as well that you execute in other people. And that's how they feel in your environment here. Now, they do feel that you are in touch with your feminine side, you are in touch with that spiritual side, but they don't see you as someone who is highly emotional. You could be empathetic but not very emotional, because here again it's someone whose feet is not in the water. Okay, so you wouldn't be someone who, you know um, you come across as a strong personality, Palwan. Okay, not as someone here who would start crying if someone else narrates um, a sad story of their life. No, you would understand them, you would empathize with them, but you wouldn't cry along with them. Okay, so there is this kind of this balance out there which you have with your emotional side, which is good because you're empathetic but you're not way too much into it. So there's this good balance here that you're creating in your life. Now, pile one, you also give the impression of being very wealthy. Okay, even though I said in the beginning you could be minimalistic, but that one, for example, that one small pendant you're wearing could be looking very expensive, or the clothes you wear could just come across as someone very stylish. So it comes across that you do not flaunt that side, but you come across as someone who is wealthy. So you could be having a wealthy background, or a lot of people who are wealthy. So here as well, the more they kind of understand you, open up to you, it kind of feels like that's how you look. Maybe if you meet someone, you talk about travel. There is something out there that you talk about that um, makes them feel that you have wealth on your side. Okay, maybe the places you visited, if you talk about it, or the fine restaurants you've been to. It's something here that makes them feel like you have a good influence and you have wealth out there in your life. Okay, and that's how you clearly come across out there to people. And I just get a feeling that the first impression about you, they know they have not fully understood you, Palwan. They really try their best to judge you with the first meeting, but they just can't. Okay, they know that there is more to you, much more to you, and they would need to interact with you so many times more to be able to understand who you truly are. Okay, but with the first impression, you come across to be someone very calm, very composed, even for some of you, very quiet. Okay, you might not be comfortable, maybe you're not an extrovert, pal once, you're not very comfortable in sharing too much or talking too much to someone new. Okay, and they get that. That's the impression they come across, that you'll be more quiet and you'll probably speak if it's necessary at that time to talk. All right, Palwan, I hope you resonated with this reading. If you did, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. If you like a personal reading or if you'd like to learn tarot course, you could email me. My email address is mentioned in the description below. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please don't forget to hit the notification button. I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Goodbye. Welcome, pal, to all those who've chosen the green cup. It's an honor for me to do a reading for you today. So today, in 3 cards, I'm going to explain what are people's first impression about you. Pal 2, before starting, if any of you are interested in a personal reading or if you'd like to learn a tarot course, you could email me. My email address is mentioned in the description below. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on future readings. Okay, so first we have your image number 26, image number 17, and image number 23. Okay, pile 2, I'll just tune into the energy here. So, pal two, I'm getting this feeling as a first impression that people feel you are very physically fit. Okay, that's the vibration and energy I'm getting from this. It's maybe a lot of you watching this, you do regular workouts, any form of workouts out there, whether it's swimming, gymming, running, anything, it kind of shows here in your physique. So your physique here somehow really, really stands out, and that is the first strong impression people have here about you. So definitely here it is your good looks, your body, that is the first impression of people. And it takes a lot of time for them, Paltu, to kind of recognize your other features or to recognize the other part of your personality, because I feel the focus here is just this. In their mind, when they meet you, they're thinking about, that, wow, how did they do that? How did they achieve that? How do they maintain that? So all these things about your physique here, I feel is coming out. Now, for some of you, you could be feeling that, oh, I don't do much, but then you're probably naturally gifted. You probably naturally have a good body, in a way. Or some of you maybe could be having, I'm getting really focused here towards the legs. So, you could be having the strong toned legs. It's a very, you know, it's a toned body here, I'm sensing. Some of you also could be dancers, for example. So it just shows in your physique, that you are um, so well shaped and also strong. The strength is shown in your personality, Paltu. And definitely it starts off with a physical strength. But the interesting part is many times when someone is physically strong, we have the impression that they're emotionally strong as well. Okay. So again, I'm not sure if that's the case for you or not, because here I'm looking at what are people's first impression about you. But people do find that because you're so physically fit, physically strong, you'd be looking after yourself really well. And they also feel that emotionally as well, you're probably very balanced and extremely strong. So you're able to handle any type of situation, any type of circumstances. Okay, and that is coming across for you very, very strongly. Now, after they overcome the side of yours where the focus kind of comes out here from your body, to now they start, okay, looking a bit more deeper into you. And that's when they kind of realize that, oh, okay, so interesting part I feel here, Paltu, is like they're not looking at your face that much. They're concentrating more on your body. Okay, that's how I'm feeling here. In all in all these cards. Okay, they are more focused here on how you're dressed up. Okay, rather than looking up at your face. So even here, it's kind of that, as if this mirror here. They kind of just get a small glance of your face. They're mostly focused here on how you're dressed up, how you're maintaining yourself. That is the strong focus here, pal two. Please do let me know in the comments if this is how it is. But here they do feel that you're very earth centered. Okay, so the emotional side is not coming up at all. Okay, in their eyes, we're getting trees over here both sides. So they feel like you could be someone who loves doing activities, loves going outdoor. Okay, spending time more in the outdoors, enjoying the nature. And they feel like you're a very hard worker as well, so you could be putting in a lot of effort into what you actually do, because if you're putting so much effort here in yourself, you're definitely putting a lot of effort as well. If you're working in your work, if you're studying in your studying, in whatever activities here you want to do, so coming across as a more go-to person out there. We have drapes, curtains here as well. So with this, of course, they know that you're very secretive. Okay, they kind of feel like there's so many things you're doing behind the hidden doors. So, for example, to achieve this body, it's not easy. You're probably putting in hours of workout. So there is hours of hard work that you put in um, behind all those results out there that you're getting. Okay, but they have the sense, Paltu, that you're very tuned in to nature, right? And I'm getting so much trees and abundance. There is a lot of abundance as well that they're seeing around you. And here is someone as well who is, I don't know, maybe some of you could be having tattoos as well. So if that's the case, they do notice the tattoos in you. They do notice the charms if you're wearing, or if you're wearing any accessories or your clothes. So their eyes kind of falls on all those aspects. So the thing is, Paltu, for you, they're kind of focusing a lot on your exterior rather than your internal persona. That's how I'm getting from this, okay? They're not really focused here in your uh, personality, sorry, in your nature, your character. They're not really focused that much into it. The focus is more on your exterior. And if the person, who is looking at you is more like you as well, where they love activities, they would straight on start this conversation with you because they would know that you're interested in all this. Okay, you're interested in the wildlife, you're interested in the outdoors, so that's how the conversation would flow. Now, a person who is very deep, who is very, very emotional, they would struggle a little bit to have a conversation with you because they would feel like you don't 100%, you will not 100% get them, okay? Because they would feel you're more of an extrovert and you might not be able to dive deep into their emotional conversations. So they would stick more to those type of conversations, like very basic types. So initially, I don't know if you've noticed, I feel that people don't go really deep. They would have a lot of things like what food did you eat, or where did you go for holiday, those type of conversations, rather than more emotional and sensitive conversation, because they see you more as an extrovert, someone who's more strong headed, okay, someone whose willpower is really strong but who's not very emotional, okay. So that's the impression coming out for you. All right, pal 2, I hope you resonated with this reading. If you did, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. If you like a personal reading or if you like to learn tarot course, you could email me. My email address is mentioned in the description below. And if you've enjoyed the reading, please don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on future readings. And I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Goodbye. Welcome, pal 3, all those who've chosen the blue cup. It's an honor for me to do a reading for you today. Today's reading, we're going to look into what are people's first impression about you, and I'm going to describe that in only 3 cards. Pile 3, if any of you are interested in a personal reading or if you'd like to learn tarot course, you could email me. My email address is mentioned in the description below. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And please don't forget to hit the notification bell as well so that you don't miss out on any future readings. Okay? So pile 3, what are people's first impression about you? We have here image number 38. Image number 45 and image number 15. Okay, you'll just tune into the energy here. Right, pile 3. So, people see you as a first impression as very romantic, okay? And I don't know what is it about you, but a lot of people get very attracted towards you as well. Okay, the first time they see you, it's like they just feel this pull towards you. And a lot of them could be having this first time crush as well when they meet you, especially pile 3. I feel like, if you are studying somewhere, if you're working somewhere, there could be many people around you who actually really admire you, okay, and who has a secret crush on you. That's how I'm feeling. Now, I feel here people find you as the first impression to be very vulnerable. Okay, it's like a very innocent feeling I'm getting from you. It's very, very I'm trying to find the right word here, pile 3. It's more like an innocent feeling. Okay, it's like innocent. It's like for example, they could feel like maybe you've never fallen in love before and it's your first time falling in love, like as if there's a first time for you for everything. Or it's like, you're so untouched yet, you've still not really experienced what life is truly about. So it's this very protective energy that is coming across for you. It's as if they want to, protect you, like this, such a kind vibration you give out, pile 3. Very, very innocent. And here is someone again who, you could be someone coming across as deeply emotional, who is all heart. Okay. And yeah, with all the cards, I feel like, you're someone who probably thinks more or feels more from your heart rather than from your mind. So not manipulative, but again, this could make you slightly gullible. So people can see that across as a first impression for you. They feel like, even with this puppet over here, they don't feel like you are the one controlling things because they feel like possibly there could be someone else out there controlling you. Now, for some of you, Paltry, depending on your circumstances, okay, this is regardless of any age now. Because you're such a kind soul, you always have this free spirit and childlike energy within you, which is very clean and pure. Okay. But there could be people around you who are not like that. And that's how they're seeing it. So, for example, if you're in a relationship, the first impression about you could be, your other person could be more controlling. Or if you're in a work environment, they could be like, your boss really takes advantage of your hard work. So things like that, they could feel like someone else out there is taking advantage of your kindness because you're very, very kind and pure soul, and they can see that and they feel bad, not bad in a way, but they kind of feel like, nobody should take advantage of you just because you're such a nice person and such a nice human being. And if they notice that the first time, for example, if you're with someone and they notice like someone else is overpowering you, they don't like it, Paltry, because they feel you do not deserve that. And I feel like every time someone meets you for the first time, they have this mind, you create an impression in them. Okay, they cannot stop thinking about you. And it is this feeling like everyone wish they had someone like you in their life. Okay, whether it's someone like you as a partner, someone like you as a friend, but they feel like they should have a form of relationship with a person like you. That's how I'm getting it from here. It is possible that you do not allow many people in your life, definitely, but many people would want you to be in their lives because of the person who you are. Okay, that purity which is nowadays not seen. It doesn't mean, of course, that you're not it doesn't mean that you don't have fun, you're not mixing around, not all that, but it's like your soul, Paltry, that is very kind. Okay, so you'll probably always be talking nice thing about other people, and you're saying things from your heart. That's the thing. It's like your first impression people notice is that you actually say things from the heart. You say things that you really mean. Okay, if you don't mean something, you're not going to say it, right? So for example, if you meet someone and you ask them, oh, come over, let's have a drink together, something, you really mean it. You're not just saying it to make them feel nice. And that is what they notice and realize. Okay, you'd only say if you mean it. And there is this childlike innocence. That's it. Got the word. It's a childlike innocence that is within you, Paltry. Okay, and they really love that about you because normally, as people grow, and so many things happen to them as an experience, it changes them. But for you, it feels like no matter what you've been through, and clearly I can see your Paltry, you've been through a lot, okay? Whether other people can see it or not, I can see it from this. But you've not let that affect who you truly are. You've not let that change you. Sometimes, though, yes, people do take advantage of your kindness, Paltry, but I feel for you, over time, you'll understand this, you'll learn this, and you will probably be able to create stronger boundaries, I'm sensing. Okay. Now, people can also see here, I feel that you're very punctual. Okay. You could be someone who likes being on time, who takes time very seriously and doesn't really waste time. Okay. Um, every minute for you is very important. You're very, very productive out there. And you also come across as someone who's a very hard worker. But yes, as I said, they see you more a very heart-centered person, okay, a very emotional person, and someone with whom they can very easily open up to and share their feelings. And many of them, well, you can tell me if it's true, because it seems like many of them, even in the first instance, are able to pour their hearts out to you, are able to share with you what they truly think and feel, which, so many times we are unable to do that when we meet someone for the first time. But because you make people feel so comfortable, so open, and so trusted, that they're able to share with you what's actually going on in their mind. And you know what? You probably come across as well as someone who keeps secrets, okay, who's able to um, who's who's able to keep other people's secrets. So when they're sharing with you what they truly feel, they know that their secret is safe with you, and you're not going to gossip and tell to other people. You're going to keep it purely to yourselves. Okay. They also find you as someone who is highly intuitive, paltry, and someone whom they can trust you when it comes to your suggestions or your advice. Okay, it looks here like you could be someone as well who gives a very good advice. But yes, they have to understand that not to play with time when it comes to you, because like I said, you are very particular out there when it comes to timings. um, I also get a feeling that sometimes people get the impression that you could be a bit moody, paltry. Okay, so sometimes you could come across as very, you're suddenly smiling, and next moment, if there is a thought that upsets you, it will show clearly on your face. So that's why it's a childlike energy as well, paltry, because that's how they are, right? They are so transparent that they cannot make things up. So for you as well, it's like that. If you're happy, you will show you're happy. If you're upset, you will show you're upset. Okay, and this purity is something that actually people really appreciate and admire about you. All right, Paltry, I hope you resonated with this reading. If you did, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. If you'd like a personal reading or if you'd like to learn tarot course, you could email me. My email address is mentioned in the description below, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Goodbye.